Welcome to Outside Fun, where today we'll be learning how to make bush lemonade, otherwise known as Sumac-ade. Now right now we're looking at some sumac, and right away you'll see that there are some prominent features about the sumac bush. And number one is that you'll see these upright, deep red clusters, and we'll take a closer look at them here in a second. But anyways, the sumac clusters are deep red, like I said before. They're very tightly formed berries that are covered in fuzz, really fuzzy. And if you rub your fingers on them and lick your fingers, it'll kind of have a salt and vinegar taste to it, which is kind of the tangy sour flavor that you would get from lemons, which is why it's called Sumac-ade or bush lemonade. Sumac likes to grow in open places where there's plenty of sunlight. They don't like to grow in the shade. They like to grow in well-drained, drier soil. Now, I want to explain that a lot of people confuse sumac, which is what we're looking at today, with poison sumac. And poison sumac is very different. It's actually not even related as a plant species. They're totally different. Poison sumac has white, hairless, and waxy berries that hang downward. They grow in dense, swampy areas. And so, as you can see from my description, poison sumac and sumac are totally different plants. And again, I recommend that with any wild edible that you're looking into consuming or using, make sure that you thoroughly research it. And this video is just a guideline, but make sure that you do the research yourself as well. Now anyways, as you see what I'm doing here, I've picked about 6 to 7 clusters, and I'm putting them in a pitcher here, and I'm going to be pouring cold water in and letting it sit for several hours. Now it's important that you don't boil the sumac clusters, because if you do that, it'll actually make the mixture really bitter tasting, and you don't want that. So it has to be soaked in cold water, and I'd say for at least 3 hours. This batch I soaked for about 8 hours, I think, and it turned out quite nicely. As well, you'll find that the flavor of sumac matures and gets stronger as the summer goes on. And so the best time to pick sumac clusters is actually at the end of summer, early fall time. And you'll find that they'll taste a lot more bland in spring because they haven't had a chance to kind of build up their flavor. And now this is the first time that I've actually had sumac, that I've drank Sumac-ade. And in the beginning I wasn't too struck by it. And just like with lemonade, you have to, it's probably the best to add sugar. I know some people who don't drink it or drink it without the sugar, but you know, you don't hear about a lot of people drinking lemonade without sugar in it. So I recommend putting some sugar in with your Sumac-ade, which is what I did. And although I wasn't struck on it right away, it actually kind of grew on me. And Sumac-ade has been used by the natives for generations to actually treat indigestion, stomach aches, and things like that. So it is a very healthy drink, a very natural drink, and a great substitute for lemonade. Well, I hope you found today's video helpful, and if you like what you see, then I encourage you to subscribe.